My first question is to Mr. Rudy. Mr. Rudy, the Congress today says and the government says that there is a constitutional process that has to be followed with regard to this report. And so it has to go to the Public Accounts Committee, Parliament's PAC, and then if any action has to be taken, it will. So why doesn't the BJP wait?
Well, how can there be two standards for corruption or charges of corruption? It is not the question of proving the technicality of corruption, but it is the perception and the facts which have emerged. The Congress can hide itself under several assumptions of finding a technicality that let it go to the PAC. But why do you fail to understand that under similar reports of the CAG, the CBI has instituted cases, and there is Mr. Suresh Kalmadi and his entire team of the set of people who were conducting the Commonwealth Games in the jail. Now, if you go on to the technicality, and there are proven cases here that there are charges of corruption, and how can you see? It's more about probity and accepting. Now the people are not ready to accept A reason or B reason. If you are proven corrupt, if you are charges against you, you have to go. There cannot be two standards. You cannot have Karnataka standards. You cannot have Delhi standards.
Mr. Rudy, is there a dangerous trend?
I do not know whether it's a dangerous trend, but it is good for the country. Whether it's dangerous or not, that's not my concern. But the people of India are not going to tolerate anyone who is corrupt or there are charges of corruption. Let's make it very simple. Let's have the baseline very simple, that if there are charges of corruption and A is behind bars for similar charges of corruption, B cannot be debated. B also has to go.
Okay, but Mr. The Congress and the government is arguing that she is not indicted.
People of the country are fed up.
I'm very sorry to say, he's a fellow parliamentarian. I think he hasn't gone through the CAG report. The CAG report does not blame Sheila Dikshit for any kind of impropriety in person. She has not gained any kind of wealth by conducting the Commonwealth Games. In fact, if you go through the chronology of events that took place to the appointment of to the chronology of the OC being elected as the main body, I can give it to you in a minute. I can run it down. On 14th May 2003, the bid document submitted by IOC, which said very clearly the chairman, OC, will be a government nominee. But on 24th May 2003, Shri Vikram Verma, the then Minister of Sports, wrote a letter to the President of the Commonwealth Games, wherein it has mentioned the Games will be organized in accordance with the Constitution, protocols and the regulations of the Commonwealth Games Federation. On 10th September 2003, there's a cabinet note circulated which clearly says that permission was sought by the cabinet for a host city contract. And the most important, the second point, which was to underwrite any shortfall between revenue and expenditure. It was cleared on the 11th September 2003, while there was a dissenting note by the then finance minister regarding this to underwrite any shortfall between revenue and expenditure. There were dissenting notes by two ministers of the NDA government, but it was pushed through anyway. On the 13th of November 2003, the Secretary Government of India signed the host city contract, by which the OC became the most powerful entity in organizing the games. When the empowered IO met on November 1st, 2004, it was Mr. Kalmadi was elected the chairman of the OC, where there was
the argument that you've given it, that it was under the NDA, that his but what about the charges against Sheila Dikshit?
Because if you go through, I would just like to bring that one point which he talks about, section 22, page number 22. If he'd gone through the CAG report, it is very clearly written in the executive summary at page 25. It is written, after once being declared disqualified, one of the firm's Space Age was irregularly declared qualified on subsequent reassessment following his appeal to the CM.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.